There are people in this world who can walk into any room and, within minutes, have everyone doing exactly what they want. Not through force, not through manipulation, through something far more powerful and far more invisible. Today, I am going to teach you the forbidden psychology of extreme influence, the techniques so powerful that the world's most dangerous persuaders have used them for decades, and nobody ever taught you they existed. Here is why extreme influence is invisible. Most people believe influence is about what you say. The right argument, the right words, the right logic. This is wrong. Robert Cialdini, the world's most cited influence researcher, spent 30 years proving that human decisions are almost never made through conscious rational evaluation. They are made through psychological shortcuts, automatic responses, deeply wired patterns that activate before conscious thought begins. Extreme influence does not argue with your rational mind. It bypasses it completely. It speaks directly to the automatic system, the system that decides before you know a decision has been made. That is why you cannot defend against it with logic. And that is why the people who understand it operate in a completely different league from everyone else. 7 forbidden techniques, every single one operating below conscious awareness. Technique 1, identity anchoring. The most powerful influence is not about changing what someone thinks. It is about connecting your request to who they already believe themselves to be. People will do almost anything to remain consistent with their self-image. The moment you say, "Someone like you would obviously understand this," you have activated the most powerful compliance mechanism in human psychology. Technique 2, manufactured scarcity of self. Do not make the product rare. Make your attention rare. The person whose approval is hardest to earn is always the person whose approval is most desperately sought. Withdraw. Availability, strategically. The human brain assigns value proportional to difficulty of access. Technique 3, strategic vulnerability. Controlled self-disclosure of a weakness, carefully chosen, creates more trust than any display of strength. Because strength can be performed. Vulnerability cannot be faked without enormous cognitive cost. When you reveal a genuine limitation, the other person's guard drops completely. Because you have just signaled you are not performing. Technique 4, the persuasion frame. Robert Cialdini's most powerful discovery. What you direct attention to immediately before a request determines how the request is received, more than the request itself. Before asking for commitment, create a context of consistency. Before asking for trust, create a context of shared vulnerability. The frame before the ask is more powerful than the ask. Technique 5, emotional state transfer. You cannot influence a person who is in a different emotional state from the one you need them in. The most skilled influencers do not make requests. They first change the emotional environment. They enter the other person's emotional state and then gradually shift it. The other person follows without knowing they were led. Technique 6, the labeling technique. When you accurately label someone's identity, values, or character, they will work to confirm the label. Tell someone they are the kind of person who values honesty, and they will be more honest with you. Tell someone they are perceptive, and they will work to demonstrate perception. The label creates the behavior it describes. Technique 7, strategic silence after the ask. Most people fill silence after making a request. They explain, justify, add qualifications. Every word spoken after the ask reduces its power. Make the ask. Say nothing. The silence creates psychological pressure that the other person fills with compliance. The person who speaks first after the ask loses